Environmental advocacy groups in Niger Delta are seeking a review of Executive Order 9, insisting that gas flaring penalty should not be treated as government revenue. At a news conference in Abuja, the group argues that funds collected from oil and gas companies must be used strictly for environmental remediation and host community development. TVC News, Kemi Balogun reports.
For communities in the Niger Delta, gas flaring is not just a policy debate, but a daily reality. Findings have linked gas flaring to respiratory illnesses, cancers, skin and reproductive health complications, soil degradation, water contamination, and loss of biodiversity. At this briefing, this group reveals that the continued flaring of gas worsens poverty and reduces life expectancy in host communities.
It is on this basis that we call on President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to urgently review Executive Order 9 and take the following actions. 1. Remove gas flaring penalties from the list of funds remitted into the Federation account. Ensure that all accrued and future gas flaring penalty funds are applied exclusively to environmental remediation. Their true purpose as deterrent. Penalizing pollution must never become a business model.
The coalition says that penalties imposed on oil and gas companies for gas flaring are being remitted into the federal account, effectively converting environmental violations into government revenue. They are now urging that President Tinubu urgently reviews Executive Order 9 to ensure that all accrued and future gas flare penalties are applied strictly to environmental remediation, health interventions, poverty reduction, and sustainable development across the Niger Delta.
The penalties for gas flaring should not become a revenue. In sincerity, because if you do that, what will happen is that the oil companies will take advantage of that lacuna and begin to flare gas unilaterally without consideration for the indigents of the Niger Delta. This is an appeal to Mr. President as the father of the nation to look at these issues very well.
We are calling on Mr. President to do the needful and correct this wrong that we are seeing, that is long-standing, and do the right thing so that the people in the Niger Delta living where this gas is being flared receive the necessary attention in terms of remediation, development, and empowerment.
Advocates here insist that without urgent action, this practice leaves affected communities without meaningful remediation despite decades of exposure to toxic emissions. Kemi Balogun, TVC News, Abuja.